Did you grow up seeing a 50-50 relationship? In fact, a better question is, what did you see growing up? Was it 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, or 90-10? Or was it 100-100? Now, the reason I'm asking you guys this is because when I seen women get their freedom, I saw relationships became impossible.
The ideal number of men to have in your rotation. No such thing as ideal number. The wrong, absolute wrong number would be 1.
I mean, impossible. Now, today I have a clip for you guys where two women are discussing 50-50 relationships. Now, before we get into this, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel. So let's get into this. Also, make sure you join the conversation. Comment under this video. Let me know your thoughts. Here we go.
Have you ever experienced 100% where a man would want to take care of you?
No.
Okay, neither have I. What did you see growing up?
50-50.
Your mom was contributing 50% of the bills and your dad was paying 50% of the bills. Okay.
Well, not 50-50. My mom was like, they were financially paying both, but my mom was doing more around the house.
But like just financially?
Financial 50-50.
So your mom was paying 50%
Yeah.
of the rent and your dad was paying 50% of the rent?
I have a feeling she doesn't know what she saw. Actually, what she saw was teamwork. Two people saying, you know what? Let's make this work. We already got kids. We gonna make this work. I believe that's what she saw.
The rent. Okay. So I grew up and I saw growing up in my home, my dad worked. My mom raised the kids. That was it. We didn't go to daycare. We didn't do anything like that. We weren't with our grandparents. My mom raised us until we were basically going into junior high. And my dad would come in from a long day of work, maybe working 2-3 jobs to provide not only food, but to pay the bills, whatever. And then I would witness my parents sit down.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's not smooth over that. 2 or 3 jobs means she never saw her dad because he was always working. No free time, no dates for mom, no luxury lifestyle, just food, bills paid, clothes, right? All your basic functions, all your basic needs being met. Let's continue.
And my mom would list all the bills, what they have, and my dad would basically hand over his paycheck to the family.
Okay.
And they had
Makes
one bank
sense.
account, and that was, his money was their money, always. There wasn't a separation between, oh, I make this, I make that. This is what we pay together. I need this much from you, I need that much for you. So growing up seeing that, I believe now, and this wasn't always my position, because I was a 50-50 girl at one point in my life. And I don't believe it now, because I know what is possible, and I've seen that. So after seeing that and seeing the sacrifice that my dad would make, and my mom would be like, hey, Joe, we need X, Y, and Z, he would go and work, pick up another job, and be like, don't worry about it, Karen, we'll get the extra money, blah, 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 I'll take care of it.
Okay.
And my dad always showed up. He never, like, there was never a time where our lights were out, but my dad was working all kinds of hours, knocking on people's doors, and that's where I get, like, the drive, like, I will never, there's no job that's above me. Like, I will do whatever I need to do.
And I sensed some deceit. She said there is no job that is above her. Now, I want you to think about what she also said, right? Because this really turned into her dad pretty much handled all the financial load because he worked all the time. Now, I get that. That makes sense to me. When she talked about having one bank account, the reason why most people had one bank account was because they were mostly dealing with cash, right? They weren't really using their bank accounts. Now, I could be wrong, or it could just be where I came from or what I grew up seeing was a lot different. What I grew up seeing was two people trying to make it work, right? Two people saying, you know what? We got together. I like you. You like me. Let's put this together and let's do the best we can. Now, things definitely did not work out. Did not work out as much as we like to think because women's emotions stayed involved, which destroyed relationships, just like men's ego. Right? Like if the woman isn't feeding into his ego and if the man is not doing what he can to actually help subside some of this attention that this woman wants and trying to help her ease through her emotions, The relationships all were hard. They were all difficult. So when we're talking about work, this woman's father worked 2 and 3 jobs. Think about that. Women today want your attention, right? They want your attention. They want you to desire them. They want your energy. They want everything that you have. Now, why does this woman not believe in 50-50 relationships anymore? Is it because she's too old? Is she willing, or was she willing to do what her mom was doing? Was she willing to go 50-50 with a guy that was the wrong guy? When a woman's attention goes elsewhere, so does her body.
I took the easy way out, which was, okay, what's the next? Because there's always going to be, dicks. You feel?
Now, when it comes to women in relationships, when I saw women become free, right? What I saw was relationships became impossible. So the reason why these women experience men who don't want to take care of them 100% is because it's impossible to take care of a woman 100%. Women want too damn much, and they don't realize that things cost money. Now, I say that because when you think about what a woman wants, she wants everything that she sees another woman have on social media. If social media didn't exist, women would have to be happy with what they have, or the only thing that they would know is what is in their personal circles, right? Meaning they would have to know a woman who's receiving or who has a certain lifestyle. Now we get to see a whole bunch of people we don't even know live a lifestyle that we want to live. This is really affecting women because not only are they not happy with regular everyday men, they don't understand that what they're looking at is the top 10% of men. They're looking at it as if 90% of men have this kind of money or have this kind of lifestyle. Therefore, they don't appreciate what's actually going on, what's actually happening. They don't appreciate the gifts, the dates, the trips, right? Not every man can actually do these things. Also, the luxurious lifestyle where they get all these like fancy designer clothes and driving all these amazing expensive cars. They don't realize how hard that actually is to obtain. I'm telling you guys, that stuff is hard to obtain only because you don't have the mindset for it. For instance, when she talked about one bank account, I remember there was a time where a lot of people would hold on to their cash, right? Some people used credit, but a lot of people didn't understand the importance of credit and they didn't understand how to actually use it. So a lot of people drove themselves into bigger debt, right? Because they thought it was just free money. In fact, today you will still run into people who have that mindset. I'm saying this because these are things that I had to learn myself. These are things that me learning about credit, me learning about stocks, me learning about business credit, this didn't come from my parents. This didn't come from people I know. This came from social media. This came from people who were actually doing it or who are actually doing it. Why? Because they're in position to help. Now I know, okay, go ahead. Find an accountant. Go ahead, find people that work in marketing. Go ahead, find people that understand how to utilize business credit, right? Because that's how you create a cash flow. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. The topic I'm talking about is relationships. Now, when it comes to a 50-50 relationship, I look at it as something that's similar to a 100-100, meaning you bring your all and I'm going to bring my all, because this is about teamwork. This is about making this relationship work. When I see women who have been set free, what I see is relationships that will never work, because women's mind is more based on fantasy. It's more based on what they think they deserve, not what's actually reality. For instance, men may have a list of things, right? Where we want the most beautiful woman with the breasts, the best breasts, right? The best breasts, the best booty, the best hips, the best waist, the best looking face, the most beautiful hair, the most beautiful body, right? With the best personality. The woman can cook and clean. She's feminine. She's fit. She has children, and then she works out and she gets her body back in shape. But we realize that that's unrealistic. We realize that when we look around, we don't see that on a constant basis. We hardly ever see that. We hardly ever see that a woman has had a whole bunch of kids and that her body shape looks just as good as it once did. Now, I'm saying this because men have to settle. Men know that though. But for some reason, women feel like, okay, I'm going to get with you. You're going to have unlimited credit and unlimited money. You're going to give me all the attention I want, all the time I want, and you're going to be tall. You're going to be extremely good in the bedroom. And when one of those things, two of those things are not there, now all of a sudden they feel like they are settling for the worst. Now, a lot of women will also invest their attention and their energy into a guy that they know is not into them, that they know is doing other things that don't help or serve this woman, but she can't help it because she likes that man, right? Those guys are looked at as the bad boys. But with all of this being said, fellas, you have been set free. So now it is your turn to adapt to what's going on. And we see what's going on. Women are struggling just as much as you are with dating. The only difference is they're getting constant opportunities, right? There's always a guy that wants to bend them over. There's always a guy that wants to test drive them and see, does she have good box? Does she have good mouth? Is that throat good, right? Like, that's what is happening now in 2024. But when it comes to taking care of a woman 100%, you would be a fool to take care of a woman 100% because she probably has somebody on the back burner. She probably has somebody that she's sneaking around with. Now, if you're okay with that, or if you've come across that unicorn, I'm going to say you are a lucky man. Just like these women are lucky that they were even able to see two parents together, holding it down, working together, getting things done, right? Making sure that the children are taken care of, which means they kind of had to lose themselves. Think about it. A man who's working 2 to 3 jobs. Do you understand how tired he is? Do you understand the life that he was going through? Work, work, work. Come home, piss, shit, eat, shower, sleep, hopefully get some sex, and then back to work, right? Back to work. The majority of his day was at work. There's no way that it couldn't have been because he had 2 or 3 jobs. That means he's constantly working. That means he spent no time with the children, no time with his wife, no time going out on dates. I'm emphasizing that because for women, that is one of the biggest things that they look for when it comes to a man. That is one of the biggest things I constantly hear older women say, right? As I'm dating older women, I hear them constantly say, don't stop dating me. You better continue to take me out on dates. And I'm looking like, I'm too busy for that. Like, I don't have the finances or enough time to be able to constantly take you out as much as you think I should take you out. Because if I did, I wouldn't be putting money in the stock market. I wouldn't be making sure that my finances are good. I would be an irresponsible person when it came to my own personal bills, taking care of my children, right? Like, there's certain things and responsibilities that I have as a man that will not allow me to constantly take a woman out on dates constantly and consistently. Now, if you get with a woman and she's working like she should be, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I feel like women should work, because if they're not working, then their attention is going to be going elsewhere. Now, if she's working for you, great. If she's not working for you, then she needs to have some type of job with some type of income, because what you're going to hear her complain about is being at home all the time, being with the children all the time. But if you listen to these women speak, at least one of them said that her mom was there all the time. No daycares, no grandparents, no babysitters. It was mama all the way up till they were in junior high. Think about that, fellas, because here I'm always telling you, you have to build your confidence up. Right? In order to work that many jobs, you have to be good at something, right? And regardless of what you do, regardless of what lifestyle you want, you are going to have to work at something. I don't care if it's sports. I don't care if it's a skill. I don't care if it's a niche or an industry, right? A trade. It doesn't matter what it is. You're going to have to work hard in order to provide for yourself, let alone children and a woman. Your mind is everything. Work on it. Meditate. Exercise. Help your body. Work on your finances. Get your finances together. Get yourself in position where you can even think about retiring. I'm not saying that you will be able to, but at some point in time, when you have all these money machines set up or multiple streams of income, now you have a chance to be able to have money coming in as if you're still working every single day. This is important because women believe that money is infinite and it just comes from nowhere, right? I don't know if they understand how much work you have to put in to provide a woman with a certain lifestyle. Because if they understood that, maybe they would come down off that, oh, he needs to make $500,000 a year. They adapt to dating. Friends with benefits, situationships, flings, and vacay bays. Why do you think these women cannot get a man to pay 100%? Because those men who have the money, they understand they have side guys. Plus, they're impossible to please. How many women have y'all seen that are happy and totally satisfied? Because I can tell you, I have never seen it beyond the honeymoon stage, which is the beginning of the relationship, where she's happy and giddy and, oh my gosh, this is the man and I love him and this is what we're doing. Outside of that, I have not seen a woman be happy. Now, I have seen a few women who have said, you know what, I accept this man. He ain't perfect. I ain't perfect, but we gonna make this work. But for the majority of women, I haven't seen it. But I have a question for you guys. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that the video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.